Hey guys, Allison here, and welcome to December 25th. I'm so excited to reach this day. Okay, so this is for LOAD219 day 8. It is February the 8th, and I am finally scrapbooking December 25th, which is the last day that I scrapbook for my December daily, journal your Christmas, whatever you want to call it, my December album for 2017. So I had a whole stack of photos and I went through them and I realized that for whatever reason I had printed large versions and small versions of pretty much the same photos. So I've weeded through them, taken out the ones that I'm not going to use, and I have pre-planned. So hopefully this layout will come together quite quickly. So I've got 3 little photos on the opening page. And then I'm going to use this journaling card that says Secret Family Recipe. I'm not going to put a recipe in there, but I am going to journal about our traditional foods. I think, I haven't looked back, but I think I do this every Christmas morning, because every Christmas morning my husband insists on certain things. One of them is these Land of Nod cinnamon buns, and then other things. So I'll talk about that. And then we flip it over. I've got a couple other small photos there. I've already put in a few little spots where I can add embellishment. That is one of the only photos that I had printed. I think I took more, but I only printed that one of sort of stocking openings. And then we get into the rest of the day where we're opening presents. The girls opening certain fuzzy things that they quite liked. And then I finally get to use this journaling card. On the back side, we are now at my brother's where we went for Christmas dinner, and this is the shot of the kids' table. So there's lots of cousins. My brother's kids are my kids' cousins, obviously, but then some of their friends and cousins were also there. So there was a whole whack load of kids. This is a photo of the turkey. My brother actually basting the turkey. He was in charge, did a fabulous job. And then I've got a journaling card there that I can add some embellishment to or something. And then 2 4x6 pockets here. This is a photo of my kids and my brother's kids. And then one small photo of them doing some karaoke. I think they got a karaoke machine that year for Christmas, so there was a lot of karaoke. And then I just slipped a piece of 4x6 pattern paper in there. Well, I mean, I chopped it down to 4x6. And then so I can add other stuff back there. And then this is a photo of all the kids that were there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to remember all their names. I might have to add that later. And then just another small photo. My kids and my brother's kids did a gift exchange, and that was the pillow that my eldest daughter got. It says "Naughty is the new nice." So I can add some things there. And then lastly, I'm going to add this little 4x6 pocket because I had a photo of this game that we played where they have a present that's wrapped in multiple layers, and then you have to put on the oven mitts to open it. And so I want to talk about how much fun we as adults had playing this game, and we played Cards Against Humanity, and it was a lot of fun. So I just have this last I've just cut a piece of white cardstock into a 4x6 so I can put some notes on this side. And then I thought I would kind of just put my thoughts on the back here about this process, the interruption of making it. I mean, I started making it in probably early 2018, maybe even 2017. I'm not sure if I started it in December or not. And then finishing it now, and just some of my thoughts about the process. So that I might leave and do after I've turned the camera off, because that's probably going to take me a little bit of time to sort of come up with the words and everything. Okay, so that's where we're at. Well, let's get started. I've got all my embellishments ready to go. So I had pulled out a few at the beginning. You know, sequins and enamel dots and things. This set I know came with the Journal Your Christmas box that I got, and I'm fairly certain that a lot of these other ones I added in myself. I am not going to need these. for this set of pages. I don't think the silver is going to work, or the pink, so I'm just going to put those aside right now. But some of these others I might use, and I am determined to finish this. I have 3 puffy stickers left, 2 trees and 1 candy cane, so I think I can manage to get those on some of these pages. I've got plenty of stars. I know these stars came in the Journal Your Christmas box. I've got plenty of those left, so it might be time to get some of those on. I've got my gold 25 that I've got to fit somewhere on there. Oh, I've got a few red sequins left. I've still got these 2 alphabet sets. These were definitely from the Journal Your Christmas box. I've also got this set. It's very picked over, so I'm not entirely sure what I can spell with that. And this one that I haven't even cracked into. So I know that these came from the Journal Your Christmas box. And these as well. My random plus signs, and then the set from Chamel. And obviously I still got all of my alpha sets. These all came in my box. I haven't even opened this, and I probably won't, to be honest. I'll just add it to my stash, but I'll have these handy if I want to add any titles. And then last but not least from the embellishments is this sheet, the Maggie Holmes sheet. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 little labels left. I think I can probably work those in. I can trim off any colors that don't work. And a few of these I can probably scatter throughout. So part of my goal for embellishing this is to whittle these down. Like I really would rather get these into my album than add them to my stash. Okay, but first I'm going to do some journaling. So I'll do what I typically do, which is kind of skip ahead and get my thoughts down on paper. I'll probably add a few little embellishments to this as well. All right. Just as I was getting ready to write that, I thought I was going to write in this spot here, and then I thought, you know what, that would be kind of fun for a title. So I'm going to try and use these, and I want to have some fun with it. I don't think it's all going to fit, but I'm going to try. I want to say eat all the foods, assuming I have all those letters. Try and squish it in. Oh, I don't have any E's. Can I MacGyver an E somehow? I think we can manage that. Oh, what am I doing? I'm gonna need 2 E's. Okay, no, we can do this. We can do this. Right? For sure. Maybe I'll just say all the foods. Now we got to figure out how we can make that C into an E. Voila. Okay, And I've got this spot here now that I can add maybe something fun. What do I have on my desk here? Merry Christmas. Oops. I do have a star. And what can we put on top of that? Hello everything, maybe some extra stars. I haven't used any of these gray ones yet. Maybe some pink ones too. Candy cane seems very appropriate for right there. All right, what else do we have? I think I'm just going to leave everything else unadorned. But I think it does need a little bit of sparkle. Glue dots on these are wanting to stay on the sheet and not these gems. I'm not going to worry about the packaging. In fact, let's just get rid of the packaging. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's turn this over. I know I want to put some embellishment in these three areas, so I'll pull these out. It would be nice to have Oh, it's going to require me from doing it from the back side. Hang on. That's the problem with pocket pages. Okay. Like I was saying, it would be nice to have something similar in each, whether it be a label, a word strip, a random plus sign, a star. Okay, well, let's first see if I can find 3 word strips, and I want something on the photo as well. I'll probably put a label there. So let's actually see if I have a label already cut and waiting for me. And all my little bits up here, I have a few of them actually. Okay, I've got gray, pink, half a blue one. Those are the only labels, the rest are strips. I wouldn't mind green one actually. Use my last light green one from this sheet. I think I've said it before, but I will say it again. That sheet has been most useful. Maybe cover up some of the garbage. Just put it there maybe. I kind of want it down there, but I don't want to cover up her pillow, so maybe it just needs to run off the edge. Okay. I also don't want to forget about my stamps, which I just knocked half of them onto the floor. So why don't I take this opportunity to see if there are any that are appropriate for this. Yeah, not right now. Okay. Alright, so got good as gold, follow your heart, and like 3, maybe you are my everything. Oh, I have 2 you are my everythings. And then I think happy heart can go down here. All right. I do want to label here just to talk about what's happening in the photo next to it. Maybe this one. Again, I'm going to trim off the yellow. I'm not sure if that's coming up on the camera, that this has got a yellow frame around it, or that it's offset, because the cut is really bad on these. I know I've said it before. Layer full. Next, I like the idea of having the label there with the word strip. Now, this little photo at the top is probably quite hard for you to see, and I wasn't even sure what was happening until I realized that I had it blown up larger. This is my husband doing the laundry. Yep, because even on Christmas morning, we have laundry to do. And you got 3 kids, 3 girls at that. There's always laundry. Don't think that's gonna fit in the box. So let's see what other circles I have, and then if I can't find anything that will work in there, I can grab one of my punches and punch a circle. It's under here. That's kind of small. So that's just gonna disappear, isn't it? Yep. Let's just take a quick look. Actually, where did my gold numbers go? There they are. Maybe I'll mix it up. That's as good as gold. And we'll put the year. Sure, why not? Okay, now let's, oh, I had a thought. I have this set of red sort of puffy alphabet stickers, and they're beautiful. They're quite big, but they're beautiful, but there's only one of each letter, so I can't really spell that much anymore. But I like the idea of putting my girls' initials with a photo of my girls. Now, the only problem with that is that I've used the M. My eldest daughter's name is Marley, but I think I can get away with taking the W and flipping it around. Just going to add a couple of sequins. I have one left. Do I just put it on here? Yeah, why not? One more package of, oh shoot, I just totally rubbed that off. See, this is what happens when you don't wait for your journaling to dry. Gah. Okay. Right, well. That's horrible looking. Just gonna pull that off. See if I can. I need something to put over top of that. Like I said, those are too long. Okay, what's left on this sheet? Pink one? Okay. I'm going to put the rest of these back in quite carefully. Oh, smudge the inside of that. What a mess I made. You will not do that, right? Okay, I'm going to put that in. I know that one's on paper, so I'm not worried about that smudging. This one could smudge. Let's hope it doesn't. Whew, okay. I'm going to very carefully lay this to one side and let that dry. Hope I don't forget about it over there. Okay, next, this guy. So, I know two things that I'm adding to those photos, and that's those big red letters. I've just got to figure out what else I want to add. And I think we can go with quite subtle, a subtle color of journaling label here, because there's a lot of color elsewhere in this spread. One. Okay. I need to trim this up because I did not cut it very straight at all. Alright, so now this is where we take the W and turn it into an M, and hopefully it doesn't look too horrible or too much like I took a W and flipped it upside down. Alright, do we think we want some random plus signs? Why not? What else can we add? Very random, right? Very, very random. Can I fit that in there? Nope. Yeah, I like that better than the random plus signs. I do like, I think I like the dots. Maybe. Let's add a little red dot too, right by the tree. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days. I can't make up my mind, but these are not making me happy. Okay, I think I might just leave it like that. This one down here definitely needs more. Just needs more and more and more. So let's start with some stars. And trying to make my embellishments sort of similar to like my style that I would normally use. Normally I would probably use a small one up here. Okay, let's try 2 little stars and a plus sign. Now I've got 4 blue things. I'm not sure I like having 4 blue things. I'd much rather have an odd number. How's that? Maybe? Okay, moving on. Back side. Okay. And I need a label. Now that I cut this gray one out, I don't think I want a gray one. I think I want something with a bit more color, like this red one. Because the little square embellishment that I have in my hand is a very pale color. It's not on craft or white. So that gray, it's not really going to work with it all that well. I think the red is a better choice. And I'm not too worried about covering up kitchen cabinets. Okay. That's it. That's my last label. Okay, but I need something else there. paper maybe. Maybe. Just needs to be a bit bigger than that little scrap. Okay, I have some scraps over here. As I went to go grab my scraps, I remembered this sheet with all the picture frames on it. And you know what? I think this calls for a picture frame. My sister-in-law has this wall, this red wall back there. Actually, I think it's orange, that she puts the kids' artwork up on. And it's actually, there's a bunch of empty frames there. And then she just fills them with like whatever the kids are working on at that point. So I think this is totally appropriate. I might even pop that up. Gotta remember not to touch that. Do not touch my last label. I think I might just leave that one blank because I've talked about it here. So, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put this one over here. Love, love, love. And do I want some stars? Fairly tone on tone with the background color of this little embellishment there, and even the logs. But I think it'll work. Okay, what else do I have that I can put there? I've got some little red jewels. Can maybe put beside each star. Not totally centered and it's bothering me. Shh. Okay. And anything else? Anything else? I think that's good. Okay. I don't want to go crazy. It's not like I have to use every single last embellishment that I have. Don't smudge. Because done is better than perfect, right? Now, we're getting there. I think I can put a title there. White letters. The reason I'm cutting this one up is because I kind of want it stacked instead of long. That seems appropriate for the karaoke machine. Have courage and be kind. And I think this paper is simple enough that I can probably just write right on it. Keeping it simple, getting it done. That's my goal. And these guys need my littlest with her tongue out. How rude. Yeah. Since I've got one of these on the facing page, it's always nice to continue those motifs right across. And stars. I think this one calls for stars. Yep. There's a fabulous map in their room just off to the side there. You can't see it, but it was my brother-in-law's. And it's got a peg on it for every place he's been. It's a giant map. It's fabulous. Okay, we are almost there, guys. Almost there. Okay. Okay, this one is fading into the background of this paper, so I need to back it with a scrap, preferably red, I think. I've got this red, or that one. Yeah, I think that's better. as well continue using these frames. I've only got a few left. And not so much album left. So I think they'll look great with some layering. So now that I've stuck this down, pull this back up again. Just add some interest back there. What labels do I have left? Gray. Blue. I think I'm going to use blue. Could use pink. But I'm kind of drawn to this blue. Okay, now I need something with a bit of different texture. We've got a few red gems left, so let's get them on here. And I think up there I will use this gray one. Okay, all right. I really feel like I'm coming to the home stretch here. You know what I want to do is add a word sticker onto this. Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. One last little pocket, and then I'll take care of the back myself. Scissors, trim that. I was thinking of covering that and maybe saying something else. Like Christmas fun or Christmas games, Christmas shenanigans. Let me add in I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna cut this. I'm gonna layer this up. I was sort of thinking that it'd be nice to have something in the background, even if it's just a subtle texture, right? It's really subtle. I like that it's there. I've already established that I'm out of ease on my gold thickers, which is a problem for spelling games. But I could just say Christmas fun. Oops. And maybe not cover up the word Christmas. Having built this on top of the vellum, I now know where to put my adhesive. Okay. And that's where I'm calling this done. So let's review. Before we review, let's get this carefully into its pocket. So we start with all the food, some presents, more journaling, heading over to my brother's house, and then my last little pocket, and then I can put my final thoughts on the back there. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. This was so much fun. I will continue to do layout a day, but I think I will transition now. I kind of feel like I've got my groove back, so I'll attempt a 12 by 12 layout. I know I have lots of photos that I still need to scrapbook. So yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow. I might not film my first 12 by 12 layout, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. And but yeah, this has been fun, and I'm so glad that this project is finished. Talk to you later.